Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lancaster House on a gorgeously sunny morning, the first working day of September, the first day of the new term, as it feels like, particularly for those of us who've been on a couple of weeks' holiday. Welcome back. Welcome back in particular to what I think is going to be a really very exciting day today. We are starting off in Lancaster House, and I'll say a bit about that in 1 minute, and then I think everybody's going out to Stoke Mandeville Hospital, led by our host for the day, Sir Bruce Keogh, who I'll introduce in a minute, and then back here this afternoon for some really rather stimulating and challenging workshops, culminating in a reception this evening hosted by David Willits. And I hope you will find, I'm sure you will find at the end of all of that, that you've had a really stimulating, intriguing, constructive, productive day, one which I hope will leave you with a clear sense of the commitment that Britain has to being what I believe it already is, a leading, I'd like to say the world's leading, centre of excellence for medical assisted technology. And if you go away with a sense of the innovation, the dynamism, the creativity of British dynamism in this particular sector, as well as more broadly across the economy, then I, for one, will feel that we've achieved our objectives with this seminar. We're holding it in Lancaster House, as we did through the Olympics every day. We held seminars in Lancaster House every day on different sectors of the economy. We're continuing this through the Paralympics. Obviously, in the case of the Paralympics, there's a theme that relates to what is going on during the Paralympics, and hence, of course, today's theme of medical assisted technologies. Lancaster House itself is worth just 1 minute. This is a beautiful building. Some of you may well be familiar with it. For others, this may be the first time. Built in the 1820s as a palace. Indeed, there's a famous story of Queen Victoria coming across from what she described as her house across the road to this remarkable palace and making a slightly snide comment about the opulence of this building. What we've done is to decorate it in a slightly unusual way. Lancaster House does not normally have Terence Conran furniture, Grace and Perry tapestries, one of which you can see behind you, Bridget Riley's and Damien Hirst's on the wall. They are here on loan from various, in some cases from their creators, and if not their creators, then their current owners, in order to be able to demonstrate that Britain is about a society deeply rooted in classical tradition, the Lancaster House itself, but also the 21st century, leading edge creativity, innovation, design, and technology. And you will see also around the building some examples of technology, including that remarkable bionic hand. And if you've not seen that, then please do not leave Lancaster House without seeing the bionic hand today. The Paralympic Games provide an extraordinary backdrop to all of this, and I can't miss the opportunity of pointing out that Britain is number 2 in the league, so we continue the remarkable performance that we demonstrated in the Olympics themselves, if anything, even more strongly and dramatically. The programme today encompasses a whole spectrum of advances in medical rehabilitation, technologies for assisted living, approaches which will support all ages to learn, communicate and live more independently. It is, as I say, designed to show the breadth of the UK's capabilities across the whole range of medical assisted technology. We've always been at the forefront of life sciences research with a renowned life sciences sector globally, and of course the National Health Service, an institution which is constantly in the public eye in this country, but which I know from my travels around the world as Minister of Trade is seen everywhere else as an absolute beacon of excellence in so many ways that I don't think we the British often fully appreciate. Britain is therefore one of the most attractive locations in the world for science and for life sciences enterprises, and the British government's determined to make sure that it stays that way. To address the changing landscape and the emerging global needs, we set out our plans in the government's life sciences strategy, which was published last December, which is about creating the right environment to nurture partnerships between industry, academia and the NHS to find the solutions to the major healthcare challenges we face And of course, those challenges are exactly the same as the challenges that everybody faces in so many countries around the world. It's one, therefore, that rewards innovation and investment in R&D. And what I hope today will show you is why the UK is an ideal investment location and trading partner for countries and businesses in this sector around the world. But look, I'm just the Minister of Trade. I am not an expert on life sciences or medical assisted technologies. So what I want to do, without further ado, is to get out of the way and hand over to your host for the day, who is an absolute leading expert in the sector. Sir Bruce Keogh, Medical Director of the NHS in England. He's a lifer with the National Health Service. He's a passionate believer in the National Health Service, as we've just been discussing before we came in this morning. And I can't think of a better person to host you through the day this morning, out to Stoke Mandeville and back here for the workshops this afternoon. Bruce, over to you.